Hi guys, we are back with another video. Thank you for coming back to check out my videos. I am going to just show you a few examples of some nail art that I have made. Some of them look a little rough because I have not kind of finished them up, like sanding the edges. There go away. Of course, I have to drop one. So all of these I have made on my own. I believe some of these were made with like a liquid gel, and then some of them were made with the 4D UV gel that you see right in front of you. So these, let me see, I believe this pink one was made with the 4D gel that is right here, and then all of the rest of them were made with some gel that I've had for quite a while, that I wanted to kind of figure out what to do, you know, because I've had it forever. Let me just show you. They're just these little gel pots that you can get on Amazon. I probably got mine on eBay a very long time ago. So most of you probably already know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about these little kind of gel pots. So I'll just take one out so you can see what I'm talking about. These are the little gel pots that I'm talking about. Now this one's a little thick. I'm going to show you how to work with it so that you can make your own charms. So I do have this UV for the UV gel, but I also like to use these gel pots. So if you want to make something like this, just keep on watching. So quickly before we get into making more charms, this we made yesterday, and I made, or these we made yesterday, and I made a little video about it. I'm going to start off with kind of cleansing my mold so that it can be nice and clean. You don't want anything in the mold because the next charm that you make, you'll kind of pick up everything else that was kind of residual that was left in the mold. So you want to go ahead and make sure that you clean that out really well, or else you'll have little pieces left from the previous charm. So just try to get in there as best as you can. Try to get out all the little pieces. I'm going to finish this up and I'll be right back. So I did the best that I could. I'm going to go ahead and make the same kind of style heart that I showed you there. So I'm just going to take the silicone tool, place this down. I'm going to go ahead and do this in layers. I am not going to go ahead and kind of just dump the whole thing in the mold. I'm going to do it by layers. So I'm going to take a little bit, insert it into my mold, and kind of make just a little bottom layer, right? I'm not going to put any more in there, and I'm just going to spread it around. I'll show you what it looks like in a minute. Make sure you get it on the side walls. And if you want this chunky heart, then you're going to have to fill up the whole mold, because these hearts are super chunky, as you can see. Okay. So that's what we're going to make today. As I said, these are a little chunky. So I'm going to go ahead and cure this for about 60 seconds. As you can see, there's not a lot in there. You can tell it's not full. And I did not go ahead and just dump a whole bunch in there. Just a really thin layer. And you go ahead and cure that for 60 seconds. You want to go ahead and make sure there's no bubbles in there either, because your charm just won't come out right if there are bubbles. So go ahead and cure this for 60 seconds in an LED light. That's what I'm using. If you did not see the video yesterday, we made a couple of charms here. These are ice cream cones. I still have to kind of get around the edges with this tiny one, but we tried to make a little bear, and I don't know what happened to him. He came out okay. It's just I need to maybe file him a little bit, or maybe just put a top coat over him and he'll be fine. I'm not sure, but let's see if I can go ahead and fix him up. Now we have a little bit of an adhesion layer, a little sticky layer. I did pull it out of the lamp, but I want you to just listen up really quickly just so you can see that it is cured. You hear that? This is a metal tool. Okay, so it is cured. I'm going to go ahead and add another layer like we just did for the first one. If you wanted to go ahead and switch up the colors, you can go ahead and do that too. You can kind of layer different colors. That's why making your own nail art is really fun, because it's customizable and no one will ever have the same nail art like you, because yours is custom. So that's why this is a lot of fun. All right, so go ahead. You're going to go ahead and cure that for another 60 seconds. Okay, so second layer is cured. If you want the charm to come out and be a success, please follow along, because I have in the past kind of just dumped a whole bunch of gel in it at once and tried to cure it. And when it comes out, you can actually literally squeeze it and gel will come seeping out the charm. So no, you don't want to do that. You kind of want to follow along. This is my third layer and I'm going to go in for 60 seconds. So all together, to cure the whole entire charm, it'll be 3 minutes altogether. Okay, so together we are going to go ahead and pull this heart out. Yes, you're still going to have a little bit of a sticky layer. So you just go ahead and wipe that off with some alcohol. And just take a paper towel, spray it, and just wipe off the back. So that way we know that sticky layer is not going to be there anymore, right? So if I touch it, it's not sticky. So we're going to go ahead and pop it out. They pop out really easily. And remember, because we put this face down, now the top is going to be sticky. Okay, so it's actually going to be 4 minutes. I know I said 3 in the past. It's going to be 4 minutes to cure the entire thing. All right, so all you would have to do is wipe off the adhesion layer and she is ready to go. So we have a beautiful orange glitter heart here that came out super cute. If you want, you can go ahead and throw a top coat over that. You don't have to. I normally do. I went ahead and started this little cactus here. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe off my silicone tool with the orange glitter on it so we don't kind of contaminate the green glitter with the orange. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab a little bit of this beautiful green glitter. Show you guys what it looks like. It's really pretty. I've had these guys for years and never really did much with them, so you know, I have all these molds and I do try to incorporate them into my nails, but these little pots, I kind of like them more for nail art. There's not much in them, you know, so they're really fun for nail art. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit of this gold glitter. Probably had too much, and I'm gonna go ahead, place this green glitter inside, because I wanted the cactus to kind of be that light green and glitter at the same time. So you go ahead and push that in, and I'm gonna go ahead and cure this for 60 seconds. Look how cute he is. Oh, I tried to save him, but I broke him in the back. But that's okay, we can make more little bears. I just made that tutorial so you guys can kind of see how you can make your own little charms, but I'll probably make a lot more bears. So here is our heart. I threw a top coat over her. She's beautiful. She doesn't even need a top coat in the back, because you know, when you place that on your nail, you don't really need a top coat on the back. But I'm gonna place her in there. Here she is, really pretty. So our cactus is here. Let's see. I think we should be able to place some more gel. We might be done. I didn't want to make it too big and bulky, so let's see. When we pop, oh, it's so cute. Look at it. Look at my little cactus. I like to take the piece, put it on something firm, and kind of go around the edges and clean it up. Okay, so that's what I like to do. Just keep going around and just remove the pieces that you don't want. It's as simple as that. And I like to use a cuticle pusher because this is like, for me, this is like the best thing to get into the little cracks and crevices. You just got to be careful to not break your charm. Okay, and there is our little cactus. We are going to try another bear. Excuse me if you hear my puppy drinking water in the background. Apparently she's really thirsty. So we're going to go ahead with this really light pink, and we're going to fill in, maybe we'll do the smaller bear. And I'm not going to put any, I'm not going to fill in the eyes or the feet or anything, just because I want to be able to fill that in afterwards. So this gel, you have to be kind of the runnier gel, you have to be a lot more careful with, because it doesn't really like to cure if it's too thick, especially excuse me, in these molds. So we're going to go ahead, make it really thin layer. I didn't fill in the whole layer or the whole mold, as you can see. It's just a really thin layer. If my camera will focus. See that? Really thin layer. The whole thing is not filled. So we're going to cure that for 60 seconds. I really want to do this with the bear mold because I kind of want to see the features, if the features pop out with just that solid color. And I want to be able to see if I can actually maybe do some gel on top of the bear instead of putting it in the mold, which for me would be easier. But it's kind of hard to get into those intricate places if you don't have the right tool. Or, I mean, even if you have the right tool, it's still really difficult to get into really tiny spots. So it's easier when it's just a mold like a heart and it doesn't really have any kind of detail in it. These more intricate molds are a little bit, you know, the detailed molds are a little harder. So we have a really thin mold, or thin layer. I'm gonna go ahead and put another layer of gel right on top. Sorry if we hear noise in the background, and my puppy is playing. So there is another layer. So we're going to go ahead and cure that second layer for 60 seconds. So each layer is going to be cured for 60 seconds. Kind of want to see if like a half and half heart would work. So let me see if I can put half of this glitter and then a half of the 4D gel. And I just kind of want to see how that works. So make sure you get that in there, not too thick. Trying to do about half of it so I can do the other half 4D gel. I want to make sure that it's as flat as possible. It doesn't like to cure completely in the mold if it's too thick, so just go ahead and make sure you get that really thin. I'm going to stop right there, wipe off my brush or my silicone tool, not my brush, my silicone tool, and I'm going to go ahead and push that to the side, grab my 4D gel with my cuticle pusher. I'm going to go ahead and grab me some. Okay, just a little. And then go ahead. I was thinking of maybe, let me cure this for about 30 seconds first. While that is curing, we have our little bear. And now we can truly see all of the features. So you see how you see the eyes and the nose and the mouth. There's a little bow. The ears and the feet have little details. So that's really what I wanted to see. And you can definitely make them like this, or you can go back and add the little features afterwards, or you can do what I did in the beginning with the other bear and kind of get the eyes and the nose and the little bow first, and then everything else can lie on top. But just this bear alone is super, super cute, I think. You would just have to clean up the edges like I have shown you. And that is about it. I still have to wipe her off a little bit because she's a little tacky. But there they are. Super cute. So you can go ahead and make your own charms, guys. You do not have to buy any charms. Of course, you would have to buy this stuff. I wanted to go check to see if I can find some more Sometimes I use my fingers. 4D gel, guys. And they're really expensive now. Like, really expensive. Go ahead and make sure that I'm pushing. You can kind of tell where there's little air bubbles. So where there's air bubbles, I tend to push in a little harder. I'm going to go ahead and cure this for another minute. So I'm going to grab our heart out of our light. I'm going to go back with my silicone tool. Grab me some more of this beautiful green glitter. And just go ahead and place it in my mold. So now we're doing the final layer. It's a little sticky, but once it releases, it will settle and lie down flat in the mold. Just make sure you spread it around, make sure you get all the side walls. You kind of want everything flat, or else it'll sit a little weird on your nail. You can always go ahead and put like a top coat over this, or some gel builder, just to make sure everything is nice and flat. But that looks good to me. I'm going to go ahead and cure that for another minute. Alright, out of the light, we're going to go ahead and wipe that off, so we don't want any stickiness. Okay. Go ahead and touch it. It's not sticky anymore, so we're going to go ahead and pop it out. Remember, the front is going to be a little sticky. Trying to flip it over. And here is your heart. I try to do half and half, but that's okay. Came out a little more than a half and half, but it's still a really cool heart. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that in for another 60 seconds just to make sure the top is cured. So here is our beautiful heart, and like I had said before, if we'd like to kind of fix up the edges, go ahead and kind of just get rid of what you don't want. That's all I do. If you want to go ahead and throw a top coat over this charm, you can. But it is shiny as is. You would just need to go ahead and wipe it with some alcohol. It doesn't necessarily need a top coat, but again, you can place a top coat on if you need it. And here we have our little heart. So these are the charms that we've made in the last couple days, and specifically these here I have made in the last couple days. Lots of fun. Remember, you can create all of these charms on your own as well. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below what was your favorite charm. Let me know if you have any of this 4D UV gel stuff. Let me know if you have any luck with it. I know a lot of people say with these molds, they're really difficult, but I would advise that you just keep practicing with them. Get the right products to put in them, and definitely don't dump a whole bunch of gel thinking that it's going to cure, because it most likely won't. I'm going to keep playing with these really intricate molds that I have here. And I think I have a few more to share with you guys that I have not opened yet. Maybe a mold or two. So we'll get into those at some point. Maybe this will be a little charm series. I love this little bulldog, and I have yet to or the little monkey. I have yet to create with them yet, but we will in a different video. So again, thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more charm videos, definitely stay tuned to the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Bye.